This woman actually wanted to give birth in the snow. She rubbed her bulging belly in the snow at -20°C, turned on the car's heater, watching the numbers on the screen keep rising. The woman laughed happily. Then she quickly stretched her nearly frozen hands to the air outlet. But the next second, a sharp pain came from her abdomen. She could feel the child was about to be born, but the branch stuck in her chest, bound her to the passenger seat. She could only pick up the walkie-talkie in her hand to seek help, but the woman did not receive a response. At this moment, she made a bold decision in her heart. She took a deep breath and pulled out the branch inserted in her body. The excruciating pain almost suffocated the woman. Then she poked her head out of the car, but when she looked down, she was horrified to find that there was a cliff below. But the woman did not panic. Then she put her feet on the driver's seat, but unexpectedly, her foot slipped. The sharp glass almost pierced her neck. To prevent accidents from happening again, she pulled down the ejected airbag and cushioned it on the car window. Just as she was about to risk her life, trying to climb out again, she heard the howling of wolves. However, the airbag cushioned on the glass also fell into the cliff. At this time, she realized outside was even more dangerous than inside the car. At this point, she found that the child in her belly was about to be born. What's worse, the wound on her shoulder began to bleed continuously. Due to excessive blood loss, her consciousness gradually began to blur. Fortunately, she found a roll of fishing line under her feet. She kept searching under her feet. Finally, she found a fish hook. Then she quickly tied the fishing line to it. Then she lifted her hair. Using this simple tool, she began to suture the wound. This pain almost made the woman faint. She kept slapping herself, just to keep herself from falling into a coma. Before long, she finally completed the suture. However, suturing the wound under such crude conditions would definitely get infected, so the woman took out a dagger from under the seat. Then she opened the car's cigarette lighter. When the cigarette lighter finished heating, she immediately put it on the dagger. But in the -20° weather, the temperature of the cigarette lighter could not rise, so she could only put the cigarette lighter back again. Repeating this several times, the dagger began to turn red. Then she took a deep breath and pressed the blade on the wound.